Hey, what's up, guys? This is Andre, and today I want to talk about one of the hottest topics in the gaming industry and the media entertainment industry in general, which is 4K. At least since yesterday's announcement of the Microsoft Project Scorpio hardware specifications and what this console may can do in terms of performance, if not since Sony's PlayStation 4 Pro, 4K has become a topic that kind of splits the gaming community between those who welcome this thing 4K and those who would rather see improvements in frame rates. For example, putting the power of the consoles to use in order to get games running at 60 FPS instead of 30, while still delivering the image in Full HD or 1080p. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and start with the basics, which will be the first episode in a number of episodes about 4K in general. Be warned, this will be pretty basic. So, what the hell is actually 4K? Well, 4K is the short form of a specific resolution in which you can watch or play a certain content, may this content be a game, a movie, a TV show, or whatever that supports this thing 4K. The resolution is the amount of pixels displayed on your screen, and you calculate the amount of total pixels on your screen by multiplying the vertical with the horizontal amount of pixels. The standard format for displaying an image is 16:9, which for 4K means that you have 3840 horizontal pixels and 2160 vertical ones, which gives us a total of approximately 8.3 million pixels per frame or per displayed image. The standard for many years was the so-called Full HD or 1080p, which was 1920 horizontal pixels and 1080 vertical ones. A Full HD image has approximately 2.07 million pixels, and when you multiply that with 4, then you get the amount of pixels of the so-called 4K. This means that 4K is actually 4 times the resolution, the amount of pixels of Full HD. Okay, but what does that actually mean? It's pretty simple. It just means that if you look at an image displayed in Full HD and compare it to one displayed in 4K, assuming the image is taken in this resolution, you will see that the 4K one is way more sharp or crisp. You get more information out of the image, out of the texture of the displayed thing, scenery, or whatever. 4K can also be called UHD, ultra high definition. So, how can you display a 4K image? You need two things. First, the source your material comes from has to produce this very image in this specific resolution. The source may be here your graphics card or the signal sent to your TV in case you watch a Netflix show or movie and choose the 4K quality. In case you are planning to use a PC for gaming in 4K, you need to make sure that your hardware is potent enough to display 4K resolution at reasonable frame rates, the lowest being 30. If you have a PlayStation 4 Pro or will have in future a Xbox Scorpio, then you don't need to worry about this. But that's a topic for another episode. And second, you need a display, a TV or monitor that is able to actually show this 4K signal, which means the display has to be able to show the over 8 million pixels. You will need a 4K monitor or a 4K UHD television. If you try to display a 4K signal on a Full HD device, you either won't be able to do this, as this specific resolution will not appear in the list where you choose the resolution from, for example on a PC, or the image will be downsampled from 4K to Full HD, which is a form of anti-aliasing and will reduce the amount of jaggies you can see on edges of objects. But that's also a topic for another video. Okay, so now you know what 4K means from the technical side and what you need to be able to display the 4K resolution. But even if you are able to display it, it does not mean that you will always actually see it. What do I mean by that? Well, The thing with seeing something has always much to do with the distance that is between you and the thing you look at. And this applies especially to 4K. For each screen size, there's a more or less optimal viewing distance for 4K content. If you sit too far from your monitor or television, you will perceive a certain image that is displayed in 4K as a Full HD image. If you go further back, then this image will likely appear the same as an HD image, which is commonly known as 720p and was the predecessor to Full HD. So you have to make sure that you sit within the range that is recommended for the specific size of your display. I will link in the video description a link where you can get an idea what the recommended viewing distance for your display is. So guys, that's it for the first episode about 4K. I hope you enjoyed and it was for some of you helpful. Take care and until next time.